It may seem like these things are impossible, like how can you stand in the heat the whole day speaking up for animals in this non-vegan world while also having time to pursue like a PhD and stay up so late, barely getting any sleep.
Hey guys, I'm here at UPenn with one of my favorite students, Karan. But I want to make a very quick video and ask him to describe to you how busy he is, because I think we all inspire each other, and I'm actually very much inspired just knowing him and knowing how busy he is. But regardless, he makes a lot of time all the time to speak up for animals. So back to you. How do you find time? And what do you do, by the way? What do you study?
So I'm Karan. I'm a fourth-year PhD student here at UPenn. I'm studying computer science. So I'm trying to graduate, obviously. I'm trying to submit papers. I have a deadline to submit a research paper on Tuesday next week. But obviously, Faraz and the whole ASAP team are coming to Penn here this week. So we've been here 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day, like Monday through Thursday. And even beyond that, we've been screening like the documentary about the Indian dairy industry. And we have had a talk by Faraz yesterday. And all these events obviously last a whole day. So I really want to get involved in every single thing that we have been doing. And we have done so many events here. We have done Elwood's dog meat. We have done human milk. We've been doing cubes of truth. We did events where we give people free cookies if they answer our questions. We had tables where we want to meet vegans who are not activists yet and inspire them to pursue activism. So all of this obviously takes a lot of time, even mental, physical energy. And it's really hot out here. I think Faraz can attest to that. 10 a.m. to like 5, 6 p.m., whatever. I've been doing outreach with Faraz and the ASAP team. And then after that, like I've been working on my paper after 8 p.m. to like 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. All this is only possible because I really feel the urgency of veganism and animal rights. It may seem like these things are impossible. Like how can you stand in the heat the whole day speaking up for animals in this non-vegan world while also having time to pursue like a PhD and stay up so late, barely getting any sleep? Honestly, when I put myself in the animal's position, if I were the victim, I would want the person speaking up for me to do whatever they can. And there's trillions of sentient beings that are being killed nonchalantly by 99% of the human population. If people like, Faraz and me, and hopefully you guys as well, if we don't speak up for the animals, there's no hope at all. We must be the change that we want to see in this world. I hope you feel the urgency that Faraz and I and the rest of the ASAP team feel every day.
So again, something that I really liked was that he was helping us the whole day, and then he told me that he has to go to bed at 5 a.m., which it really resonates with me. So the take-home message is not to go to bed at 5 a.m. and not care about your sleep. But what I'm trying to say is that what really motivates me when I see Karan is that a lot of people say they're just busy, but it's more than anything, it's about priorities. And if we care about something, we always make time for it. So really, that's the bottom line here. And what made you actually wanting to start a ASAP group?
Well, I thought this is such a good opportunity here. Like this is like one of the best colleges in the country. There's so many young, impressionable people here, like thousands of young students who really do want to change the world. They want to be the power for good in this world. And all of them are already doing, activism for other injustice movements. But most of them have never really thought about, animal rights. They don't know what veganism is. Most of them just view veganism as like Beyond Burger, because that's probably what they serve in the dining halls here. So really, like I want to shift that image of veganism from, just being this thing about burgers and Beyond Meat towards animals and their rights. Because we really have to move away from viewing animals as commodities to viewing them as sentient beings in their own rights who deserve, at the very least, the right to not be exploited by humans. At any college, people will go on to have amazing careers, in a wide range of fields such as like medicine, law, tech, etc. And in every single one of these fields, we need vegans to represent the animals. Imagine if we had lawyers in the Supreme Court, if we had doctors all over the country with good education about like the benefits of veganism and plant-based diets, we would be in a much better position to get animal rights faster.
During the past couple of days, did you have any conversation that really stuck with you? You really liked it?
Yeah, so this one conversation I had yesterday, so this was with a freshman. She was taking a writing course here at Penn. She could have written an essay about literally any topic, but she chose to write about animal rights and animal cruelty. So to me, that was very surprising, because that means like there are more people like, Faraz and me who do care about the animals. And the interesting thing was like she wasn't vegan yet, which means like clearly she obviously cares a lot about animals, but she never had someone talk to her about veganism or animal rights. In fact, like she also mentioned like she's really passionate about working on like cosmetics which do not involve any animal cruelty and are vegan. And I feel like here at ASAP, we can provide students like that a platform to not only get educated about what animal rights is, how we can contribute to animal rights by having impactful careers, such as maybe in cosmetics. And we could also invite like speakers who are like experts in various areas.
What made you go vegan? And how long have you been vegan?
So I've been vegan for almost 3 years now. I used to be vegetarian before I went vegan for ethical reasons. Living in India, a lot of people are vegetarian there. I just did not have any idea about the dairy industry. So in India, obviously, we treat cows with a lot of respect. And growing up, I always saw like so many cows on the streets, and we're not supposed to harm those cows at all. But I never really realized why those cows were roaming on the streets until I went vegan. It's because once the dairy industry does not have any use for the cows, when the cows can no longer produce milk, they are just sent out on the streets to feed on whatever garbage is there on the streets, and they die a very painful death because of that reason. So I guess like for me, it was just talking to another vegan actually about what really happens in the dairy industry. I did not even watch any documentary or anything about like dairy. Once I heard about it, I thought for like a week. And I made the same argument that like people here have made to me like this week about, I wonder how we could get our protein, but lions also, eat other animals. And all of this was when I was vegetarian for ethical reasons. Even as a vegetarian, I did not fully realize like what animal rights really means. I was still viewing like a certain species at least as a commodity. So to me, like once I realized that animal rights is really about like, we need to move away from viewing animals as commodities to viewing them as sentient beings who deserve rights. I guess that's what got me to be vegan.
Awesome. He's been vegan for 3 years, and here he is speaking up for animals, and who knows how many people he has made vegan just because he makes time despite the fact that he's so busy and he had a bunch of deadlines. He showed up, spoke up about animal rights. Thanks so much. It's one of the biggest honors of my life is to really get to know people like him and be in this movement alongside people like him, because I think animal rights is the only movement in the world where the victims are not us. In fact, we are the oppressors, and it's not the most popular form of activism. It's the only one that we are the problem. You can't really virtue signal. You can't really say that it benefits us, despite the fact that you can argue that. But like really, the real victims are animals. Oftentimes, you have to have the courage to go against a society, against the norms. So it takes courage to do that, and it takes extra courage to really speak up for animals. If you don't know what to do, reach out to us or any other vegan who speaks up. You can do many different types of activism. It's not just one of them. All I'm asking is just do something, because in the face of injustice, silence is not an option.